Did you know that during World War II, powdered eggs became so important to feeding troops and civilians that they were called the secret weapon on the breakfast table? Soldiers might have complained about the taste, but those golden powdered rations helped win a war. Today, I'm going to show you how to create your own premium powdered eggs at home that actually taste amazing. And here's the secret: fresh farm eggs make all the difference.
Whether you're building your food supply, have an egg surplus at home, or just want shelf-stable eggs that you can use in cooking and baking, this method preserves both flavor and nutrition.
Just look at these gorgeous eggs. This is what you get from happy backyard chickens: blues, greens, browns, speckled beauties. But the real magic is on the inside. These farm fresh eggs have those deep, bright yellow yolks that tell you they are packed with nutrition, far superior to anything you'd get at a grocery store. When you start with quality eggs like these, you end up with quality powdered eggs too. The process is surprisingly simple. I cracked all 78 eggs into a large bowl. Yes, my arm did get a workout, and then transferred them to my blender. You want to blend them really well until the yolks and whites are completely combined into a smooth, uniform mixture. This ensures even drying and easier reconstitution later. No need for any additives or special ingredients, just pure eggs. That's the beauty of freeze drying compared to other preservation methods. Next, I poured the blended eggs onto my freeze dryer trays. Now, here's an important tip. I actually froze these in my regular freezer for several days before loading them into the freeze dryer. Pre-freezing isn't absolutely necessary, but it can help speed up the freeze drying cycle and ensures a more even freeze, especially if you're doing a large batch like this. Then into the Harvest Right freeze dryer they went. If you're interested in checking out a freeze dryer, I'm a Harvest Right affiliate and have a link in the description below that helps support this channel. I'll be honest, life got in the way and I ended up leaving these in for 33 hours, which is longer than typical. But they came out absolutely perfect. The standard cycle for eggs is usually 20 to 24 hours, but the extra time didn't hurt them at all, and that's the beauty of freeze drying. You can under freeze dry food, but you can't over freeze dry it, so there is some flexibility. Look at this. They felt like styrofoam, crispy, light, and completely dry. This texture tells you all the moisture has been removed, which is exactly what we wanted for long-term storage. Then came the fun part, processing them into powder. I used a spatula to remove the eggs from the trays. They did not stick much, though next time I think I'll use my new Silpat liners on the pans just in case. I tried using my regular blender, but these freeze-dried eggs are too airy and light at this stage. They just don't have enough weight to get pulled into the blades. Next time, I'm going to try my Cuisinart food processor. The larger bowl and different blade configuration should work better. I placed them into a large bowl to process. Then I grabbed my mom's old Chinois wooden pestle. It's perfect for this job, and started breaking them down into smaller granules. Honestly, the hand crushing method works just fine and gives you good control over your final texture. First, I measured portions into Mylar bags for true long-term storage. These will last 10 to 25 years when properly sealed with oxygen absorbers in a cool, dry place. I also filled some mason jars and used my jar vacuum sealer with oxygen absorbers. These are perfect for short-term storage, up to a year or two, and they're easy to access for regular cooking and baking. Don't forget, label everything with the date and contents. Future you will thank present you. Now let's talk about actually using these powdered eggs, because what good is preservation if you don't know how to bring them back to life? Please take the time to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Almost 2 Acres for more food preservation, gardening, and homesteading content. For reconstitution, the magic ratio is 2 tablespoons of egg powder plus 2 to 2.5 tablespoons of water equals 1 fresh egg. Just whisk them together and let it sit for a minute to fully hydrate. The mixture will thicken slightly as it absorbs the water. For scrambled eggs, mix your powder and water, let it hydrate for a couple of minutes, then cook just like fresh eggs in a buttered pan. Season normally with salt and pepper. The texture is remarkably close to fresh scrambled eggs. Baking is where freeze-dried eggs really show well. You can actually add the powder directly to your dry ingredients and add the water amount to your wet ingredients. So for a recipe calling for 2 eggs, add 4 tablespoons of egg powder to your flour mixture and add 4 to 5 tablespoons extra water to your liquids. Pancakes, muffins, cakes, and cookies have excellent results. For omelets and frittatas, reconstitute as normal, but I recommend adding a tiny splash of milk or cream to improve the texture. Add a teaspoon per egg equivalent. For egg wash, mix the powder with water to a slightly thinner consistency. You want it brushable, but still coating well. The flavor is really close to fresh eggs, especially when you start with quality farm eggs like these. Store-bought powdered eggs often have that off taste because they're made from commercial eggs and sometimes have additives. These taste clean, fresh, and eggy in the best possible way. So why go through this process? First, shelf life. Properly stored, these will last 10 to 25 years. That's incredible food security. Second, convenience. No more throwing away eggs because you went on vacation or your hens took a break. Third, space savings. 78 eggs condensed down to just a few jars and bags. Fourth, nutrition. Freeze drying preserves the nutritional value far better than dehydrating or commercial spray drying methods. And fifth, economics. If you have your own chickens or access to farm fresh eggs, preserving your surplus during peak laying season just makes sense.
Have you tried freeze drying eggs before? What's your favorite way to use them? I love to learn from you guys, so please post it in the comments. Whether you're preserving your homestead harvest like I am, or just becoming a little more self-sufficient in your pantry, every skill you learn brings you one step closer to food independence. Until next time, let's get preserving.